Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys Secret Base figure preview video. Now before we begin, I do want to say a massive thank you, as always, to Ryan Kirkwood for going out in person during a thunderstorm, mind you, to take these awesome high-res pics. Show Ryan some love down in the comments below, because without him, this series literally wouldn't be possible. Now, if you are looking to pre-order the Purge Trooper from Obi-Wan Kenobi, he is available from toyswonderland.com. Link for that is in the description below. They have 12-month installment plans and a points-based reward system. Now, if you'd ask me, okay Justin, Obi-Wan Kenobi is out, what figure do you think we're going to get in the lineup first? I would have put money down on, Obi-Wan Kenobi himself, but nevertheless, they're kicking off the line with a Purge Trooper. I'm not complaining, you all know I absolutely love my troopers, and the Purge Trooper might just be up there with some of my favourites. I love the Clone Trooper style armour, and red and glossy black, yeah, count me in. I do, however, have a couple of questions about this design that I will pose a little bit later. As for accessories, he comes with the usual array of Clone Trooper hands, and an E11D blaster. For those of you in the know, that's the Death Trooper blaster. I really like that one, and it absolutely works here. The boots do look to be an all-new sculpt. They've got this leather-like texture on the surface, plus an armor pad up on top. Now, I'm fairly certain they're just a split-cut boot design like all the other Clone Troopers, but we'll have to wait and see when this guy comes out. As for the display base, it's done in the usual Star Wars style. It's that Imperial style flooring, it could be a Star Destroyer, it could be the Fortress Inquisitorius. Either way, it's not the awful footprint sand diorama display base. And for that, yeah, I'm pretty darn happy. Now, the leg armor is a Phase 2 Clone Trooper armor. I do believe that's accurate to the show, and there are a couple of other parts and pieces that are also ripped straight from the Clone Trooper. It seems as though, as the Empire is still young, the Purge Troopers kind of look like a blend between traditional Stormtroopers, Clone Troopers in Phase 2 armor, and Death Troopers. Now, as I said earlier, I'm a huge Trooper fan, so yes, that does work for me. Now, he is also wearing a Karma skirt. It does look to be made out of pleather. There is a red stripe along the front, a very nice accent. A pop of colour is always a good thing. I am hoping they don't go with pleather for the final product, but once again, we will have to wait and see. The fabric undersuit is still present just like all the other clones. It's slightly ribbed, and it's suitably stretchy, so you can go crazy with your posing. The belt looks like a regular Clone Trooper belt with a couple of red pouches. Again, that absolutely works. It blends in with the rest of the armor, and it's still very Star Warsy. Heck, if he's wearing Clone Trooper armor, he may as well go all in. But this is the question that I was talking about earlier. Why is the design different here for Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Jedi Fallen Order? The Purge Troopers wore something similar to this, but their helmet was drastically different. It kind of looked like a recycled airborne trooper helmet with red lenses. Apparently, Jedi Fallen Order was only a few short years before the events of this series, so to me, it kind of took me right out of the show. I was like, they are very clearly Purge Troopers, but they look super different. Now, he does have the red bicep armor and some slightly more stylized shoulder pads. As compared to Clone Trooper armor, it looks a little bit different. Nevertheless, do let me know if you do know why the design is so drastically different down in the comments below. To go along with his very evil and very appealing red and black color scheme, he does have a pauldron on. This does appear to be a brand new design. I don't think we've seen one like this previously. There is some padding up the front for the black section, then the red is quite vibrant and slightly more angular towards the edge. Plus, it does all appear to be made out of pleather. I haven't had any issues with my pauldrons on other Imperial figures, but who knows, it's still something to be wary of. This is the blaster we discussed in the accessory segment. It's the E11D. I really like the way it looks. It's got an extendable stock, the little flashlight up the front, and it does have a really nice scratched up and weathered finish. Plus, the front of the barrel does have that subtle heat treatment effect, for when this has been blasting those superheated blaster bolts, the barrel has been slightly discolored. It's just a little bit of realism and a very nice touch. Now, it's nowhere near as prominent as we've seen with some of the Death Troopers with the purple and yellow and blue spectrum, but it still looks relatively decent. He is also wearing a backpack with a little antenna sticking up. I don't think we've seen that before, and I'm curious if you can detach it. Now this, right here, is what threw me off. It very clearly looks like a hybrid between a Stormtrooper and a Sith Trooper. It's super angular, I like the vents around the back, very Darth Vader-esque, plus I love the red lenses. I'm not saying it looks bad, because it absolutely doesn't, especially those little red vents on the mandible. Oh yes, a very nice touch. It's super glossy, I love the gunmetal mouth, but in saying all of that, as much as I love this, it doesn't really explain why it's here. Why change the Purge Trooper design when we were just introduced to them with a game that was set only a few years prior to this show? It just had me scratching my head. It still looks really, really good, and you bet I'm going to grab a few of these guys. But something that was just playing on my mind. Do let me know if I'm going crazy. Do you even care about that? But at the end of the day, continuity is kind of important. I still would absolutely love to get a Jedi Fallen Order version of a Purge Trooper. Maybe one day Hot Toys will even make a Cal Kestis. That would make me, and I'm sure a lot of Star Wars fans, very happy. But until that day, this is the only version of a 1/6 scale Purge Trooper. It is accurate to the show, and you bet this guy is going to be in my display. I am hoping that we get Reva and Kenobi and a new version of Darth Vader and maybe even a couple of the other Inquisitors. You all know I would love to have the Grand Inquisitor front and center, flanked by a couple of these Purge Troopers and some crispy clean Stormtroopers in the background. But we will have to wait and see how far Hot Toys are willing to go with this line. Do let me know what you're expecting to see. Do you like the Purge Trooper? Are you getting 1, 2, 3, or maybe even 4? If you do want to do that, the link to toyswonderland.com is in the description below. They have 12-month installment plans and a points-based reward system. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe and bell notification icon so you're notified as soon as a brand new video goes live on the channel. Also, check out the join button for more info on Justin's Collection Plus, the channel membership, if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.